On the news at 7, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu departs Abuja for United Kingdom on a 2-week vacation. An FCT minister confirms 8 acting directors of the Federal Capital Development Authority as substantive directors. Hello there, good evening, and thank you for joining us on the news desk of NTA Channel 5 Abuja at 7. My name is Tessie Oniri. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has departed Abuja for the United Kingdom for a 2-week vacation, part of his yearly leave. The president departed. Secretary of the Government of the Federation, George Akume, and Chief of Staff, Femi Gbadabiamila, were among top government presidential advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onamiga, indicates that the president will spend the 2 weeks as a working vacation and a retreat to reflect on his administration's economic reforms. He is expected to return after the leave expires. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has approved the confirmation of 8 acting directors of the Federal Capital. Julius Hasmo.
In a statement by the Executive Secretary, Federal Capital Development Authority, Shehu Hadi Ahmad, those confirmed as substantive directors are Engineer Jato Abdul Karim, Acting Director Engineering Infrastructure Rehabilitation, now Director Engineering Infrastructure Rehabilitation, Town Planner Nasiru Suleiman, Acting Director Resettlement and Compensation, now Director Resettlement and Compensation, Engineer Richard Yunana Dauda, Acting Director Engineering Services, now Director Engineering Services, and Charity Ola, Overseeing Director Surveying and Mapping, now Director Surveying and Mapping. Others are Yakubu Abubakar, Overseeing Director Legal Services, now Director Legal Services, Abdurrahim Muhammad, Overseeing Director Engineering Design and Evaluation, now Director Engineering Design and Evaluation, and Hassan Haruna Musa, Overseeing Director Public Building, now Director Public Building, as well as Mariam Ada Ame, Overseeing Director Internal Audit, now Director Internal Audit. The management and staff of the FCDA expressed their profound gratitude and appreciation to the FCT Minister for the approval, as this will go a long way to boosting the morale of the beneficiaries and improving their productivity, which is one of the cardinal objectives of the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. In Abuja, Cecilia Julius, NTA News.
As Nigeria celebrates her 64th independence anniversary, it is essential to recognize the vital role religion has played in promoting peace, unity, and development of the country. This is in recognition of the religious leaders who have been instrumental in fostering interfaith dialogue, understanding, and peaceful coexistence among different religious groups. Correspondent Rosemary Mosle Bilal, in this exclusive interview with some religious leaders, tells us more.
In a country where democracy and peace have been challenged, religious leaders have stepped up to promote social justice, equity, and inclusion. They have worked tirelessly to address the complex relationship between different religious groups, which has affected Nigerians' peace, security, and stability, hence promoting interfaith dialogues. They have also helped in fostering peaceful coexistence by advocating tolerance with a view to reducing ethnic and religious tensions. Some religious leaders give insight into the journey of peace and unity in Nigeria since 1960.
Religious practices and beliefs do influence the values and the virtues, the character and behavior of people. So in a sense, religion has a very important role to play in the development of any society.
Most religious houses, most religious institutions, they develop personality, they develop character, they develop human being, they develop good leaders.
We began to see ourselves as enemies, and we are not, and to me we should not be, because God has his own reasons why he has been keeping us together.
While also advocating social justice, religious leaders have spoken out against inequality, injustice, and human rights violation, and promoting a more equitable society, as well as supporting education and healthcare, and not forgetting issues of faith-based organizations that have established schools, hospitals, and healthcare programs for improved access to essential services.
And when you look at even in the government, great politicians today, most of them, it was because of the mission schools has brought them. Some of them are very great men today in Nigeria. The church has done a lot by providing healthcare. We have some of our hospitals that the church has.
It is worth of noting that the significant contributions of religious leaders to Nigerian development and their roles in promoting peace, unity, and social justice can better be understood with the existing peaceful state of the nation. Rosemary Mortelen Bilal, NTA News.
In the face of life's challenges, men of faith put their trust in God's scriptural promises for intervention, as required in 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14, to humble themselves in prayer and repentance. This was the theme or focus at the gathering of 2024 Revival House of Glory International Church National Praise Worship to celebrate Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary. Asabe Williams has more.
The day will come when Nigeria will be known as a righteous nation.
Spirituality combined with love for their country to produce special service, full of praises to God as worship and declaration for goodness suffice at the Revival House of Glory International Church, Rie, Abuja. Apostle Goodheart Ekweme and other clerics in their messages to the congregation asked for God's intervention for Nigeria to overcome her phase of challenges.
Nigeria is going through a phase and has been through different phases, but the truth is this: we are truly grateful to God that with the prayers and intervention of the saints in this nation has kept us to 64 years of independence. I need you to know that if not for the prayers of the saints, there would be no Nigeria to even celebrate. So God has done so well for us. So I believe every nation has a face. There's a whole lot that we still look forward to seeing in our nation, and I believe we'll get there.
The rising of Nigeria will be the rising of the African continent, and the devil knows it. And the rising of the African continent will bring about a major shift in the community, and the devil knows it. So the battle against the soul of Nigeria is beyond the battle for one nation.
The message from the pulpit also encouraged the congregants to have hearts of gratitude as they look up to God for succor and breakthrough. In Abuja, Asabe Williams, NTA News.
Still talking independence, the provision of effective healthcare services to citizens globally is one of the cardinal rules of government, especially as it relates to the provision of quality modern healthcare. And this is predicated on the belief that health is wealth. As findings show that it is only when the people are healthy that any meaningful development can take place. Hakeem Ataliu in this Independence Special report takes us through a journey of Nigeria's health sector and situation in the FCT.
Since earliest existence, the forebearers of the Nigerian people had and invented their own health method. This is to say that healthcare system was not alien to the Nigerian people. But the modern medical practice as it is today in Nigeria is no doubt a colonial legacy. At the country's inception, the religious missions had played significant roles in modern medical practice as the British colonial government provided formal medical services with the construction of several clinics and hospitals in Lagos, the then federal capital. Government hospitals and clinics further expanded to other areas of the country like Abuja in the 90s, which became the new capital. From medical outreaches to recently launched medical palliative schemes, ultra-modern medical renovations, as well as revitalization of the primary healthcare system for health promotion and to reduce maternal and child mortality. The Federal Capital Territory, through the past and present administration, have continued to witness significant achievements, which has continued under the supervision of the Mandate Secretary of Health and Environmental Services Secretariat, Dr. Adedolapo Fashawe, with the support of the FCT Minister, Yesom Wiki, who is bent on changing the health trajectory of the nation's capital. Nigeria is 64, and the journey towards quality, accessible, and affordable healthcare continues, with the theme of this year's Independence celebration, honoring the past and inspiring the future. Many Nigerians are hopeful that the right steps would be taken and the country's health system would get better, bringing a reduction to medical tourism in line with the Renewed Hope agenda, which promises a robust healthcare system. In Abuja, Hakimat Aliu, NTN.
There are high expectations for Nigeria as she marks 64th independence anniversary. Ramatu Abdullahi, who sampled the opinions of the people, reports that their expectations are generally on improving the economic situation of the country, among others.
As Nigeria marks yet another independence anniversary with some developmental strides achieved amidst some other daunting challenges all through the 6 decades of attaining independence, some cross-section of Nigerians revealed key areas that need urgent improvement for the good of all citizens.
I expect that Nigeria government should look at all those high cost price issue.
Every day we are praying for the rulers, the presidency, from the top to the end. Let them find solution for this matter that people are passing through.
No, to create job. Let government create job for youth. That's all we need.
Since fuel subsidy has been removed, and that's actually attached to every activities in Nigeria, and since it has been removed, I would like the government to put or make subsidy on food. At least if there is subsidy on food and the market is flooded with food, it will mitigate and reduce the level of hardship.
So I wish us more peace, unity and progress.
As I'm saying, I'm praying that Nigeria should improve more than this by the year coming 2025. So that at least all of us go happy together.
As we celebrate the 64th independence anniversary, it is hoped that these concerns and challenges raised by citizens will be surmounted for us to have a secured and prosperous nation. I am Ramatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
Many thanks, Ramatu. Abuja became Nigeria's capital in 1991, but it was in 1976, under the late General Murtala Muhammad's regime, that the Federal Capital Territory was formally created. From the beginning to this journey, security architecture was at the heart of its master plan. But how has the security evolved over the years? Correspondent Onotu Yakubu takes us through the event that shaped the security architecture of the nation's capital as Nigeria celebrates 64th independence anniversary.
Over the last couple of decades, the Federal Capital Territory has transformed from a fledgling city into a bustling metropolis. This growth brought with it a need for sophisticated and well-coordinated security structures. In the early days, policing was relatively virile, focused on maintaining law and order in a developing urban center. However, as the city expanded and became a political hub, the challenges grew more complex.
Of course, you agree with me that the population then and now
are completely different. I know what comes with population growth and all that. So the level of crime then, when it was FCT was created. Today, the FCT is home to millions, and its security apparatus reflect the city's significance as the seat of government. The Nigerian police, the Department of State Services, and military units stationed here are all tasked with protecting lives, key institutions, and critical infrastructure. In the early 2000s, the growing population, international presence, and the rise in regional threats, such as insurgency in the northeast, necessitated a stronger military and intelligence presence. October 1, 2010 bombing at the Eagle Square marked a turning point, promoting an overhaul of the FCT's counter-terrorism strategies.
We want to assure that all things being equal, Abuja will definitely be come out one of the safest cities in the country.
Between 2015 and now, in response to the Boko Haram insurgency, security in Abuja was heightened with checkpoints, CCTV surveillance, and more military involvement in the nation's capital's protection. As Abuja became a target for criminal and terrorist groups, the handlers had to rethink approaches. The turning point for security in the FCT came after the 2010 bombing at the Eagle Square. Following that tragedy, government intensified efforts to fortify Abuja's security architecture. Area surveillance, intelligence sharing between agencies, and enhanced counter-terrorism and insurgency became the norm. But as security in the FCT evolved, so too did the challenges. The rise in cybercrime, internal unrest such as one chance and kidnapping threats has kept security agencies on high alert. Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
The General Overseer of Omega Power Ministry, His Royal Majesty King Apostle Chizoba Chibuzo Gift Chinyere, says humanity, especially the less privileged children, deserve a helping hand from those who are blessed with wealth. He was speaking during a facility tour with newly admitted students at the OPM All Girls Skill Acquisition Center in Port Harcourt. Abdullahi Ajia reports on the program that is already impacting lives.
Empowering the girl child through skills acquisition by the General Overseer of Omega Power Ministry, His Royal Majesty, King Apostle Chibuzo Gift Chinyere, is expanding with beneficiaries drawn from across the country under the care of the Free School Program. The OPM All Girls Free Technical College, which just admitted new sets of students, is committing resources to impact these young Nigerians in the arts of barbing, hairdressing, catering, soap making, paint making, sewing and fashion design, among others.
If it's those that is barbing hair, like the barbing you can see, we tell to have it. Those that are barbing, as they are finishing from the secondary school, we'll give them one clipper each. The ones that we teach how to sew clothes, as they're finishing from secondary school, we give them one sewing machine.
Under the arrangement, there is no discrimination based on creed or religion, as the college takes care of tuition fee, logistics and accommodation for free.
If you watch, you can see there are many people from different churches here. This is a Muslim. We didn't discriminate. Oh, you must be a Christian or this. We don't discriminate. Whether you're a Muslim, whether from any church, any other church, you are free to attend. All OPM free schools. We have 36 free schools, and all our 36 free schools, we have both Muslims, we have Christians, we have students from all over all other religions. By the grace of God, the Deborah family, she's also in the technical school. She was in the OPM free school. Now she's in the technical college. She had never. Please, since you came in, they brought you from Sokoto. By the grace of God, you came. Have you stopped going to school?
No, I'm still going.
You're still going? Yes. She had not stopped going to school. And before she could not speak English, but now she can speak. All her siblings, all are in the OPM free school as I'm talking.
The founder's humanitarian gesture was recently demonstrated for the newly admitted students when he took a facility tour with the students with a nice treatment including a shopping spree and lunch.
So it's okay. Instead of the issue of using your body, let us see how we can empower the girl child to use her hand as she's going to school. So I came into this concept and said, okay, if the girl, while she's in secondary school, she's empowered, she knows different skills, like how to repair generator, who can make her independent, how to do hair, who can make her independent, which maybe when she enter university she can be doing hair. She doesn't need to go and look for a man to give her money to be able to feed it.
Parts of the commitment was to empower all the students at graduation with a starter pack in all the respective skills. In Abuja, Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
And now to the world of sports. As Nigeria celebrates her 64th independence, reflecting on the past, sporting glory brings memories of achievements and disappointments. Our sports correspondent, Francisca Bille, highlights major sporting moments since Nigeria's post-independence life.
Nigeria's sportsmen and women have made their mark on the international scene, breaking new grounds both on the continent and on the world stage. Now let's go down memory lane. Richard Dick Tiger Iheto was Nigeria's first world boxing champion when he won the world middleweight title in 1962 by beating Gene Foma. A determined nation went ahead to win again with Nojim Mayogun, who represented Nigeria at the 1964 Summer Olympic Games in Tokyo, Japan, won bronze medal in the men's light middleweight 71 kg category and entered the history books as Nigeria's first Olympic medalist. Another glory came during the African Nations Cups in 1980, where the Green Eagles routed Algeria 3-1. A feat that was repeated in 1994 when the Super Eagles won the African Cup of Nations and qualified for the World Cup, and they attained top 5 FIFA ranking that same year. Also, Nigeria became the first African country to win the Olympic gold in the football event at the 1996 Olympics. Aziza Toshola was named best player and was the highest goal scorer at the 2014 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup, where she scored 7 goals and growing to be named African Female Footballer of the Year for 5 times, the highest ever so far. In athletics, Tobi Amusan became the first and only Nigerian to be crowned African Commonwealth and World Champion in 2022. Meanwhile, in basketball, Nigeria's D Tigress won a historic 4th consecutive Africa title in 2023.
Nigerian sportsmen and women, whether we like it or not, they have showcased Nigeria not only locally but internationally. It's not every time that one wins. You know, sports is a game. It's like a game of life. At times you lose. At times you win.
The performance of Nigerian sportsmen and women since independence is amazing in all aspects of sports, be it in football, be it in golf, be it in handball.
However, sports enthusiasts have appealed to the Nigeria Sports Ministry and administrators to provide maximum support for Nigeria's sportsmen and women. In Abuja, Francisca Bille, NTA News.
And still talking sports, handicap 9 player Isaiah Ebodoge Okonofua is beaming with excitement as he emerged overall winner of the 2024 IBB Independence Golf Tournament in Abuja. Again, Francisca Bille tells us more.
The IBB Independence Golf Tournament had over 400 golfers from within and outside Nigeria participating in the 18-hole event. The 6-day event witnessed the presence of the Minister of Sports Development, John Eno, captain and lady captain of the club, as well as other top government officials for the ceremonial tee-off in commemoration of Nigeria's independence anniversary.
You really can't achieve victory without that. I mean, when a team plays together, right? I mean, so as a country, our country can work for us only when we are united.
This is a game that anyone who comes to start playing will regret that he never started in a long time.
You can now see it's a totally Nigerian thing. The number of membership has increased tremendously.
Unity brings development. Unity brings love. So that's what we try to preach through golf. You can see we have people from everywhere.
It's a way to come out, loosen up, and also just across the divide, foster unity basically.
After a day filled with interesting swings, shots and putts on the course, the golfers proceeded to the clubhouse for the dinner and award presentation. There were winners in different categories, with handicap 9 player Azaya Okonofwa of the IBB International Golf and Country Club returning a gross of 77 and 66 nets to emerge overall winner of the tournament.
Because when I saw the draw, I discovered that I was paired with 2 professional golfers.
My motivation to playing golf is actually my dad. He brought me here, he works here.
With the success of this year's event, the golfers are hopeful that the next edition of the yearly tournament will come with more grandeur. In Abuja, Francis.
And it is on that sporting note we conclude today's bulletin. We thank you for watching. Good night.